Well, first, I just want to thank Erica for the kind words, and also for Definiti for allowing John Hancock to have the opportunity to participate in the Definiti Retirement Advisor Academy. What I'm going to focus on is, let me just make sure I can. I'm going to focus on two things, the Secure Act 2.0 and state facilitated retirement plans. Now, it's been said that we're on the precipice of an explosion of small retirement plans, small startup retirement plans. And so when you think about the word explosion, what do you need? You need fuel, and also you need an igniter for that fuel. So the fuel is the Secure Act 2.0, and the igniter is the state facilitated retirement plans. So now why small startup plans? On the surface, you may say, okay, small plans may not meet my revenue requirements. And these are obvious comments here, but obviously new business gives you access to, if your focus is, for example, wealth management, additional wealth management clients, and also it's a defensive strategy. Other financial professionals may be looking to access retirement plans as a way to get to your wealth management clients. Now, the Secure Act, when we go through it, and we'll go through some components of it, it's not just focused on startup plans. Some of the provisions will impact most 401k plans, so it's important to understand that, understand the impact. And finally, what I'll say before I move on is who you partner with here matters. Having the right partners matters to be successful. Number one, you need a great TPA partner. You've got that in Definiti. Number two, you need the right record-keeping partners, record keepers. And third, you need the right payroll vendors, because payroll integration is going to be really important. And those three partners for you are going to allow a predictable, repeatable process for every new plan you write and onboard. Now, the Secure Act of 2022 builds off the Secure Act of 2019 with a focus on improving retirement savings opportunities for workers. Three primary goals of the Secure Act 2.0, allow people to save more for retirement, improve retirement rules, and improve the employers and lower the employer's cost to set up a retirement plan. Now, there are 92 provisions under the Secure Act. I will just highlight a few. If I went through all 92, Definiti may not invite me back again. But what I will leave you with is detail information to go into as much detail as you want. So I'll share that at the end. Now, Section 102 of the Secure Act helps address a concern around cost. If you were to look at polls, focused on employers, why they didn't sponsor a retirement plan, the number one reason they wouldn't sponsor a retirement plan or concern is cost. So this addresses cost. Now, I'm going to read some detail to you just to give you the perspective. Under the Secure Act, businesses with up to 50 employees can now receive expanded federal tax credits for starting a new retirement plan and for making employer contributions. First, how does this work? Secure 2.0 increases the previous 3-year 50% for qualified plan startup expenses to 100%. The annual limit is $5,000, or if less, it's $250 times the number of non-highly compensated employees in the plan, with a minimum of $500. So maximum for this credit annually is $5,000. Minimum is $500. These tax credits can be used to offset qualified expenses, including the cost of setup, administration, as well as educating the employees about the plan. And these tax credits are available for the first 3 years that the plan is maintained. Now, the other provision, that's part of Secure Act 2.0, is a second tax credit available for eligible employer contribution accounts held by participants with wages $100,000 or less, which is indexed for inflation. The donut chart on this slide shows the applicable percentages of employer contributions available for the tax credit, limited to $1,000 per employee. Now, employees with 50 or fewer employees are eligible for the full credit, but the credit is phased out for employers with 50 to 100 employees. So again, here, this employer contribution credit is equivalent up to $1,000 per year per employee, and it's available for the first 5 years the plan is maintained. So again, this addresses the primary concern that employers have about starting a retirement plan is cost. So an important provision of the Secure Act. Now, I mentioned before, one of the goals is to allow individuals to save more for retirement. This slide here highlights some of those provisions that do just that. And so again, I'll provide you some detail around this. Secure Act first increases the required minimum distribution RMD starting age from 72 to 73, starting January 1, 2023, with an increase to age 73 in 2033. Now, this provides retirees with a longer time to build their savings and gives pre-retirers a chance to rethink their planning horizons. The second provision here on the screen, Secure Act provides auto enrollment, auto increase as standard part of most new plans effective for plan years beginning after December 31st, 2024. And again, what does this do? Help drive participation, help drive contributions into these plans. A little detail about this as well. New 401k, 403 plans must automatically enroll participants in the plan when employees become eligible. Now, those employees can opt out. The initial automatic enrollment amount is at least 3%, but not more than 10%. Each year thereafter, that amount is increased by 1% until it reaches at least 10%, but not more than 15%. Other provisions here. The Secure Act is providing targeted catch-up contribution increases for workers who are 60 to 63 starting in 2025. The Act increases the catch-up contribution limit for retirement plans to the greater of $10,000 or 50% more than the regular catch-up amount applicable in 2025 for individuals who have attained age 60 but not age 64. Now, one thing that's not on this slide, there's also the opportunity for what they call starter plans. So the Secure Act allows for starter 401k plans effective for plan years beginning after 2023. The Act permits an employer that does not sponsor a retirement plan to offer a starter deferral only 401k plan or a safe harbor 401k plan. So I gave you a lot of detail there on some of the provisions, and the rationale, part of the rationale behind the detail is, again, who you partner with matters. The details are important here. Again, you need the right TPA, Definiti is that partner, the right record keeper, the right payroll vendor to help you here. Now, state facilitated retirement plans. Over the summer, Minnesota and Missouri passed bills to expand access to retirement savings for private sector employees. Now, what that did is that a total of now 18 states, and that doesn't include cities that have facilitated or state facilitated retirement plans, but there's 18 states now with these plans in place. Now, what I'll say first is any retirement vehicle that allows an American worker to save more for retirement and allows an American worker and their families to retire in dignity is good and noble. So this is not here to say these are not good, because they are. But the message here is based on the needs of your client, based on the amount they can contribute for themselves, based on their willingness to include employer matching contributions, there may be other suitable options. And so that's what we want to talk about. So now, where do these plans fall short? These state facilitated plans, where do they fall short? Number one is an administrative burden. I'm going to read to you what the requirement is for an employer with respect to a state facilitated plan. I've got each business responsible for registering itself and its employees by the required dates, sending the required employee data to the program administrator, enabling auto enrollment of new employees, and keeping the payroll deductions and account contributions flowing. That's a lot. And also, back to my comment before about when polls have been conducted, asking employers, what are your concerns about starting a retirement plan? Number one is cost. Number two is administrative burden. So, and you have that here. Again, offset, leveraging a TPA, record keeper, payroll vendor can mitigate most of that in employee administrative complexity that the employer would have. Second, limited savings opportunities. Because most state facilitated plans are IRAs, in some cases Roth IRAs, the saving limits are lower than in a 401k plan. That becomes more significant for high earners. And it also concerned if I want to match. Let's say I want my plan to be competitive. I'm in a competitive industry. I want to match employee elected deferrals. I can't do that in a state facilitated plan. And kind of some numbers that brings that to life. Employee elected deferrals for a state facilitated IRA program is $6,500 annually. For 401k plan, it's 22,500. Those are limits for 2023, 2024. That 22.5 goes to 23,000 for a 401k plan. Other potential, concerns here with state facilitated plans. Few investment options. They'll have a target date option, few other options, but that's about it. Doesn't have the expanded array that a 401k plan. No management accounts available either. Potential outcomes. State facilitated plans are directive, so there's not that opportunity to, for a financial professional to come in and provide a personalized approach to not just the plan design, but to supporting the participants in the plan, helping design helping position participants to achieve the right retirement outcomes, for themselves. Now, how do I get more information on this? First, what you want to do is go to John Hancock's public site. It's retirement.johnhancock.com. And what we've done here is we've created a small business toolkit. And on the homepage of the retirement site, retirement.johnhancock.com, you'll see a page on Secure 2.0. On this page, what you're going to see is comprehensive white papers and frequently asked questions, webinars from fiduciary and plan design experts, viewpoints with analysis and breaking news, and the comprehensive Secure 2.0 bill. Now, the bill is 400 pages, so for the curious, it's there for you to take a look at. Also on that, again, it's all on the home page, our retirement plans for small businesses page. And this is really about, providing information that you can share with your clients, share with your prospective clients. It's information on what to look out for, the opportunities, some of the challenges with starting a retirement plan, tools on cybersecurity, guidance, managing 401k fiduciary risk, retirement plan fiduciary resources and tools. What this also does too, we provide under this page detail on each of the state facilitated plans and also the city facilitated plans. So come to mind as New York City and Seattle. That's important because, as I mentioned before, most are IRA programs, but not all. So for example, Massachusetts, it's a 401k plan. It's not an IRA program. So that's important to know, because on the next section of our toolkit is really our state facilitated retirement page. And really this is about creating your value. What's your customized approach to competing against state facilitated plans? How are you going to leverage a 401k plan and your partners to win business here? So that's really the focus here. Now, I'll wrap up with exclusive tools available from John Hancock. Then again, everything's on that public website. You can gain access to those tools I just mentioned, those thought leadership articles, but also you can gain access to the advisor website. Your clients can gain access to the sponsor website, participant website. But then these are tools for the financial professional. Prospect Finder first, a prospecting tool. If you've worked with John Hancock in the past, you've used Coach's Corner. This replaced Coach's Corner, and it is from my perspective, it took the best features of Coach's Corner, combined it with the best features of the Judy Diamond prospecting database. And now what you can do, you can prospect based on geography, based on industry, red flags such as operational failures. You can create plan scorecards based on industry firm data on a national and industry and a national state level. It also gives you insight and actions, including talking points. The way when I think of Prospect Finder, the value of it is it gives you the answers to the test. It gives you information so you understand the opportunities ahead for that client. You understand some of the challenges they may have had with past administration or plan design. And it allows you to speak to those on that initial conversation. So you're coming into that initial conversation not as a cold call, but as you've got solutions in hand for the challenges they face. So that's the value of it. Plan Manager Onboarding Resource Center. When I think of these two tools, these are where you tell us what worked for your retirement plans, whether it's through the onboarding process or for an existing plan, what level of support you want to provide and what level of support you want John Hancock to provide. So with respect to Plan Manager, what we'll do is we'll provide you a customized calendar of communication materials to help you deliver on those activities that you choose to deliver on. And what you want us to deliver on, we'll do that. So basically, what you want is that what you'll provide is what we'll provide you. So great tools from John Hancock. What I'd also say too, if you're not familiar with Prospect Finder, for your local sales representative, the internal sales consultant they can walk you through it in 10, 15 minutes. It's a great feature. So what I will do here is, as I started, my discussion is thank Definiti, thank Erica for the opportunity that they've given John Hancock. Thank Definiti for being a great partner to John Hancock and one of our largest TPA partners.